local business because it makes your site more map searchable. But step by step, we'll quickly walk through that and act as if we're going to create a business. Or in fact, if you want, we can do yours, and we'll just set it up for you in class. We need an example to do that. So that'd be quick and easy. And we'll cover in advance phone number, address, etc. What do you want on that? Because we'll enter all of that as we go. Thank you for a good question. There are some times and places, for instance, I think for some real estate agents, I think a profile may be the way to go instead of a business page, just because of it being such a relational kind of thing. But again, some real estate agents, I think, are better off with a business page. But again, it depends on who you are and how you interact with people. If you're more personable and more relational, there are businesses that a profile may be what you want to use for your Facebook presence. Most cases, if you've got brick and mortar, you need a page. If you provide a service, you need a page so that people can understand who your business is, what you do, and what you're about. And again, what you're going to do to answer their pain points. Okay, any questions on profile? We're not, let's see, profile pics, info section. There's a lot of info there. You can put an enormous amount of information within your content. So again, website gives you the ability to put website. Load them all in there. All of your business and or personal information that you want to connect people to. They can go into my profile and find all of this stuff and click and link. Yes.
I noticed that Facebook changed everyone's email to like your.
Yes.
So, can you really email people to that, or do you suggest
yes, you can.
going in and changing it? Then it will just come up like as a message on Facebook.
Yeah. With that, a while ago you were able to opt into an upgraded email feature. They're rolling that out within that change to everyone. So that your Facebook messaging, you can do attachments, you can do everything that you could normally do with an email, including I can send it to an email recipient. So you can send an email message to somebody from your Facebook page. Again, that's going to be, how does it work for you best? But I send a lot of messages within Facebook because I have clients where that's where they connect best, is on Facebook. I have others that email's the only way, or text is the only way I'm going to get to them. So I'm in my notes for each client, I make a set of notes, how best to communicate with me, and I write it down in there so that I'm communicating through the channel that's best for them. I have a few that are Twitter even, yes.
And when will we know whether we have been upgraded to that feature?
I believe with that rollout, it's already done. Yeah.
If you go to your information page, you'll see it there.
Yeah. If you go to your info, if you go to your info and go into account settings, and you go to email, you can see that, open that, and so there, my profile, mgray1@facebook.com, is my email that they have assigned me because that's what my profile was identified as. If you make changes, add another email, etc., there are multiple times on multiple channels that it asks you for your Facebook password, even over on a page. It still means your password that you log into a profile with. So you'll always use that same password for everything. Okay, so let's talk about posting an update, and I'll cover a few things. So you're on your news feed to start with. Obviously, you're just going to click in here and put out a post. A lot of different things have changed in the last several months within this. I can immediately tag people here. I can add a location here, so I could say I'm at Nova Home Loans. and I'm here with all of you that are my friends, and I could add that before I add anything to the post. And I can also hit this drop down and I can post to a specific group of people. So I could create within all of my friends, I could create work and not work. I could create different segments of work, and I can post so that only those group of people can see my content. The one thing that you want to be a little bit cautious with this is when you choose, you say my best buds is a list. When you choose that, it's going to default to that until you change it back to public. So you want to remember to go turn it back on to public when I'm doing this next post that's going out to everyone. It's a default. I think it's it should default back to public, but it doesn't.
I wish it did.
Yeah, it's a quirk that I'm sure, I think Facebook will post because we've complained that this should always default to public and then change to your posting groups. So we'll talk about lists. This is an important reason why to create lists, so that you can segment your friends so that you can send messages to the appropriate audiences. I don't want to send my boss funny drunken pictures from the last weekend. I don't have any. But anyway, if you did, and then again, that may be something that you want to keep extremely private, so you control that. You have control over who sees what. Make sure that you utilize that control, because public information is out there forever and you can't undo it. Yes?
I believe I know why it doesn't default back.
Okay.
It actually changes in your settings. It does not only change it there, but if you change it right there and then you post, if you look at your settings, it'll be whatever you said it was.
Yep.
For all of your content.
There's a lot of different,
Weird.
yep, you can see all your lists here, all the lists you've created. So I have a list for just about everything you can think of. You can also do a variety of different kinds of posts. You could do a custom post where you excluded only one person. Hide from. Who do you want to hide it from? I want to hide it from, if you had an ex-husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing, you have the ability to do that. Your stalker. You may want to hide it from your stalker. Or your mom. Or your mom. Or your daughter. Whatever that may be. Okay. So this is typical post. If you're adding photos and videos, here you drop down, you see the option photos and videos here. Use a webcam, the goofy picture I did yesterday with the webcam and the controls that are within Facebook. I don't know if you saw that, it was pretty alarming. So if you want to upload
From your computer?
right from my computer, took a picture of myself and I said, oh, that's kind of weird, I think I'll post that. Anyway, my wife says, that's alarming, why do you do things like that? Anyway, so if you went on vacation, or you're at a big event for your work, or a big event private, a family reunion, create a photo album. Allows you to go in and get multiple pictures at once and upload all of them at the same time. So you can grab 50, 60, 70 pictures at a shot, bring them all in, name them, label them. You can go through and identify each one after the fact, after you upload it. So photo album's a great way to go when you're doing a photo album of a lot of pictures. Instead of doing one at a time, that'll take you forever. You don't want to do that. There is a different panel that you can post when you go to your profile. So we're going to jump over here. This is profile. And we're going to come over here and act as if we're going to post. Now, you can see that you could do a status. You could do a photo that you could do. You can also do a check-in. You can also add life events. So this is where you really create the robust part of a timeline. This is the reason Facebook went to timeline. Because now you see that I clicked on work and education. Anything that you can think of, where you volunteered, your military service, stuff you published, other life events, new school, you studied abroad, retirement, new job. It is there to help you create the story of you with as much detail as you choose. So you can create a very robust and very rich you could throw a picture